Welcome to the Mitten Music Podcast. A couple of guys just chilling, hanging out, talking about Michigan music, all the things that make up our Michigan music community. It is the Mitten Music Podcast. Thanks for joining us. We have a great episode lined up for you right now.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Low
so
phase.
much.
Here we
you.
go.
Thank you.
All right.
Low phase. Thank you for having us.
We've talked about low phase several times on the podcast over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Saw you guys at the Pyramid Scheme with the American Hotel System a while back. So that was a great show.
That must have been like 3 years ago, maybe?
I think it was last year.
Was it last year? Maybe it was definitely last year.
I'm
awful with that. Oh,
Time's
no.
flying.
It sure has been,
Yeah.
Caleb, right?
Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
So you guys want to quickly introduce your guys yourself, what you guys do in the band?
I'm Marley, and I play lead guitar.
I'm Caleb, and I sing in the band.
My name is John. I play bass.
My name is Miles. I play the drums.
And together, we are
Our low phase.
I thought you were going to make up a different name and be really funny, like somebody else totally completely. I'm like,
So how long has the project officially been around as Low Phase?
4.5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was a COVID thing, I think.
Mhm.
2020, we
Oh, really?
decided. Yeah.
It was born out of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
it always surprises me because Jeff and I, we talk about the different bands we like, and
Yeah.
we talk about Michigan artists a lot. So when Jeff discovered Low Phase and kind of introduced to me, I was like, man, they have like a 90s like vibe sound to them. He's like, that's
Thank
exactly
you.
what I thought. And like, that's our stuff. So
Yeah.
hearing that you guys have only been around for a couple years, I feel like you've been around for a long time.
Well,
It just, but your voices don't sound like you're 45, 50 years old like us, but
that's what we're going for, though. So
man. You
we
gotta
got
smoke
ways
a lot
to
more
go. Yeah, we got to
cigarettes.
smoke a lot more cigarettes. Dang.
But
No,
yeah,
yeah.
I love you guys' sound. It's cool. I
Thank you.
dig it
Yeah.
so
Thank
much.
you.
I like it.
That's definitely
Enjoy
what
it.
I mean. After every show, we usually get asked that question, like, "What inspires you?" or "What kind of music inspires this band?" And typically, like a nice umbrella answer is just some sort of '90s. I mean, there's a lot of different genres within that, but like a general '90s direction is kind of what we all grew up on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Miles and I are siblings, and our dad was in bands in the 90s.
Oh,
and so
really?
we like grew up going to like shows and stuff when we were little kids. So
Say what band? Or
yeah, he was the frontman of Papa Vegas, and then he
I've seen Papa Vegas in concert so many times. I play some of their music on the Sonic Coast to these days. I do.
Yep.
Yeah.
that is
I mean, honestly, it's only Bombshell because
Yeah.
that's what I figure
Yeah.
everybody will really.
And
get.
also,
So
Camden,
good.
who plays trumpet,
Yeah.
is
Can't
the other
remember that.
sibling.
yeah,
Oh,
all three
Wow.
of us. So.
Family affair.
This is crazy awesome.
That's cool.
Oh, that is so fun. I remember Papa Vegas was probably probably one of the first dozen shows I saw when I was in junior high school.
Wow.
I started.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I saw Deftones when I was like 15
Oh,
at the Reptile House.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh,
I was
awesome.
doing like, and that wasn't my first. Probably 10 or 11 is probably when I started. But I remember now Papa Vegas. It was probably late 90s. It was after Bombshell came out, and that was what 97, 96,
Yeah.
98,
Yeah,
maybe somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's cool. I love that. I mean, that's like one of my songs.
So you're obviously a musical family, so that's kind of what you guys going and
Yeah.
playing.
And he also does like all of our recordings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We
That's
record
helpful.
him. Mhm.
Yeah, Joel is his name. He's,
Yeah.
sorry,
We don't call him that.
we call him God to
Father.
his face.
He runs Planet Studio.
Planet Sunday.
Yeah.
Planet
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, through all the projects that we've all been through separately until like this project, he's, I mean, obviously as a parent, but also as a mentor.
Yeah.
for the two
Absolutely.
Of us.
Yeah.
Like, he's the one we look to, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
He's helped us a lot, obviously in the studio, outside of the studio too. Like, as a band, I don't know. Joel is really sick. If you don't know Joel Ferguson yet, go find him somewhere.
And you know, like we've heard of Planet Sunday, we've heard Joel Ferguson, and I knew he was in Papa Vegas, but I never knew this tied together like that.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
just like blowing my mind right now.
Also the Verb Pipe, right?
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
That's,
Mhm.
that's what I thought. Yep. So, yeah, so super cool. So how did you guys all connect then? Obviously the siblings, easy.
It's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
easy. Yeah. Yeah.
I was in a band with Miles when we were really young, like 14 and 12, and then John became our bassist and synth player for a while. He was playing synth, and then I left to go to college, and Caleb like kind of joined that band, and then that continued into different projects over
Yeah,
time
yep.
until it just full circle came
Yeah,
back to the four.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Everybody from West Michigan area.
Yeah, we all went to
Yeah.
the same high school.
Oh,
Oh,
wow, that's
Oh, yeah.
pretty impressive, honestly. That
Yeah.
a lot of like you meet in high school, you started. I mean, maybe the band came later, but it's like you do
Yeah.
something for a while, and then
Yep.
it's like
Yeah,
flitters
we've
out. But
Just
Right.
more.
We've just-
cool.
We've
Yeah.
all done music together in some capacity
Yeah.
since then.
Good for you.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, probably
Shift them anyway.
2012 probably. So over
Yeah.
12 years here.
Mm-hmm.
We've been
Yeah,
in some
bonkers.
way. Yeah, I think this is
It's
maybe the third or
crazy.
this is probably the fourth band that any amount of us have been involved in
Yeah.
together.
Oh, really?
So,
Probably.
and I think it's our favorite also. I don't know if I can speak for everybody, but it's mine.
I can agree with that.
Agree there.
But yeah, 12 years of these five playing kind of like together one way or another. But the Low Phase, this awesome band that we enjoy, it's only been around for a couple of years. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's just something interesting, right?
Yeah.
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 What were some of the other bands that you guys had or kind of got into? What did they sound like? What were their names? Anything? Was it like silly stuff? Was it like not serious? Was it like way trying too serious? I don't know.
Oh.
What'd you think about that kind of stuff?
It started out as Phantom Ivory, which was like my band when I was like a really angsty teenager.
Phantom Ivory.
Yes,
Yeah.
very dramatic,
I-
very Tumblr emo girl.
I like it though.
Yeah, and so Miles and John were in that, as well as a couple of our other friends, and
Yeah.
then
that turned
was-
into the Great Indoors, which was our
Great
like
Indoors
high
was
school
next one.
band.
Great Indoors, like
uh,
Graydon's Crossing? The Great Indoors?
No,
the
no,
great indoors.
Yeah.
The Great Indoors.
One of
Yeah.
the.
I have headphones on and I'm like, what?
It's like one of the worst band names. I hate that band name so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was where Caleb. Caleb was the primary songwriter, and that was when he started writing songs.
Mhm.
Was the Great Indoors, and it was like kind of figuring out how to do the band stuff. So that it was
Yeah.
fun. We were young kids at the time.
Yeah.
And then after that, we did a Spark Plug, which was like, I don't know, not even a year.
Yeah,
We
maybe
tried, and then we were like,
year
new
and a half.
project. And then we
Yeah.
met my fiance now. We were in Political Lizard. So it was the three of us, and then her name is Jenna. And we did Political Lizard right before this. And then COVID hit, Low Phase.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was side questing that whole time. I was like in an electronic like girl band and like doing solo music and stuff, and
Yeah.
then just like
Yeah.
looped back in.
Yeah, that's cool. It
Yeah.
works that way, right?
Mhm.
Accidentals told us a little bit about Political Lizard.
Ah.
Oh, they did.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, we knew that.
Yeah,
We
they
knew
were
that
there
one.
for the start of it. That was yeah. We love the Accidentals. I mean, we love the Accidentals so much.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all here right now.
We're here for the
Yeah.
Accidentals. Let's be real.
Right.
We're playing our set so we can watch the Accidentals after our set.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
So cool. Yeah. Okay, Jeff. I'm sorry. I'm hogging all the time. Ask a good question.
Man, pressure's on. So, what you guys have came out with an EP, Star Dog, and now you've been releasing some singles this year. So, what's in store here? What's up and coming?
Ooh. Writing, recording more singles. I think. Right?
Yeah.
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 No plan for a full album, I believe,
Okay.
at the moment, but I think just
But one day.
gonna
One day.
Well,
Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
interesting. Some people, release singles, and then that usually leads up to an album
Mhm.
eventually. But there has been some. We've heard some things where just releasing singles just to get music out, and
Yeah.
it may not make an album in the future.
Yep.
But is that which way you guys at right now, or is there not really a guide until you get to that point?
Right now, we're definitely just writing and releasing as
Yeah.
we go. Because that way, I mean, it's kind of like you're not blocking any type of creative flow when you're doing that. When we have the time and the money, because it's really expensive to like even take weeks and months off of work to write a cohesive piece is like, we want to do it right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't want to throw 9 songs, 10 songs together.
And call it
that
an album.
Don't have
Yeah.
anything to
Yeah.
do with each other
Yeah.
on an album, which we could do. Like we could just throw every song we have out right now as an album.
Or you have the stressors of your work during the day, like
Yeah,
your
exactly.
day job, and like that gets you frustrated.
Which
You
is-
don't want to come to practice
yeah.
all upset because you
Yeah.
got upset at work. And
And
now
to
you-
be clear, like
Yeah.
we intend to. We
Yeah.
intend
Yeah.
to release
Oh,
all
yeah.
this stuff. It's just we're not there yet,
Yeah.
We're like
Hey, that's
we're
cool.
we're working towards that, and we're really excited for when that does come.
Oh yeah.
But
Well,
right
that-
now we're in that honeymoon of just like write music, release it. Write music, release it. Play a show, write music, release it.
And there's no pressure then that way either. You're not saying,
Exactly.
hey, gotta
Yeah.
get an album out by this time. Like, and then
Yeah.
then you're not maybe making the music that you really want. You're just trying to get it out.
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
In a way,
exactly.
I feel like it's easier for bands to get stuff out these days. I mean, obviously now, kids, my daughters, they're, what did I say, 9 and 11? Son's 6. I'm getting them messed up a little bit, but like they want to they are lucky. I have a bunch of equipment and stuff. But we need to start writing. Like they want to write songs and do all this stuff, and I'm like. Back when I was in high school, if I wanted to do that, it would have taken so long to actually get a band together to find people that had instruments already.
Yeah.
A guitar, bass, and drum set. I mean, I'm not talking about marching band stuff. So it was hard in the 90s to find that stuff. And then eventually, and luckily I did when I was in high school, and we had a little demo tape and everything. That took a year and a half or so. And it sounded like trash these days. Like, if someone has an idea, if one of my daughters, my 11-year-old, she'll be 12 in a little bit, she has an idea, I could help her, and that day we could have something on Spotify.
Yeah.
It might not be like amazing, but that's just bonkers.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Accessibility is there.
Yeah, like we can do that even on the while we're touring. You know, if somebody has a laptop, and we were in a hotel room the night before, and somebody wrote a guitar lick or a bass lick or some sort of key riff, like we can work on the song while we're on the road.
Yeah.
And
We've done it before.
we've definitely done it before.
Yeah. Yep.
It's super cool. Yeah,
So lyrics, do you write all the lyrics?
I do. Yep.
So is that something, how do you like right now, do you have lyrics in your head? You're like, I want to use this in a song. I just haven't heard the song it's going to be yet. Or is it more like you hear the song and then you kind of put lyrics to it, or you have an idea? How do you do
It definitely, I mean, it goes always. Like sometimes I will start with music, like on Logic on my computer. I'll put together like an entire song of just instrumental, and then I'll put lyrics to it, and that will just be kind of like stream of conscious type stuff, right? And then you can go in and edit it once you find a melody you like. But then there's other times that I'll just sit down and write in a notebook lyrics with no really intention of putting them in a song, which is the same thing, like stream of conscious, and it'll be like 3 or 4 pages of nonsense. And then if you go in there and you can find something, a line or two that you like, that you were like, that felt like I was being honest with myself there. You can kind of steal that and then build off of that one line.
I haven't heard that yet. Like that was an interesting answer.
Yeah.
I
We've
mean,
asked that a
it's-
few times, but
I've done that a couple of times, and I'm still trying to, because it's fun, because writing lyrics is, you're learning. Like you never know how to write lyrics. There's ways that's worked in the past or ways that's working right now for you. But like for me at least, I feel like it's all like a reservoir. Like it's got, like that method dries up at some point for me.
Yeah.
And like you have to learn something new. And so that's what's fun about it.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Good job, Miles. I love that answer.
It's Caleb.
Caleb,
No, actually that's a bit we're doing.
I was looking at him and it's all dark hair. That's what it was,
That's
guys.
That's a bit.
I'll just call everybody Miles, and then I'll be set.
Please do.
Please
Yes.
do, actually.
Miles is so cool.
Yeah, he's the coolest.
He is the coolest.
Hello.
So being around this scene for a while, and I feel like your guys' connections, we have heard of Low Phase several times from different people of how you guys are helping the music scene in West Michigan. So how do you guys think how are you connecting with other bands? How does that come about with you guys working with other bands or pulling bands into a bill or whatever that might be?
Caleb's got the charisma.
No, I like to, I mean, we, like a lot of the other bands are our friends.
Okay.
Luckily, like prior to their projects being started a lot of the time, but also, I don't know if I consider us like helping the music scene. We're just trying to be a part of it. You know, like that's what I mean. Just by doing that, by going to other people's shows, by giving people a place to crash for the night, like that's what's helping the music scene. It's great. Like we haven't put on like a crazy massive benefit show or anything yet,
right?
But like we love the people in the Grand Rapids music community, and we know them. That's
Makes it
really
a lot
special.
easier.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier that we know them. We can text them. We can call them.
Yeah.
I don't know. We go to shows. Go to shows. That's the biggest thing. Go to shows.
And put people on your bills sometimes?
Yeah. Putting people on bills is definitely helpful. We kind of had to talk about this forget with who, but a while ago. But like, we had our release show that sold out a couple months ago,
February, I think.
or February, yeah. And then people like the opening bands were they were our friends. They were super supportive. We loved their music. And for the show, like they were excited for us, you know? Like, yeah, they get to play, but they were excited for us. And then we played Pretoria's going away show that sold out. And you're excited for them. You got to realize too, when people have stuff like that, like that's their moment.
Yeah.
Like they work for that, and it's super cool. And you got to push them up and let them know that they fucking did it.
Yeah.
Like,
Good job.
so it's like, any headline show that like if they're releasing something, if it's their first time releasing something, go to the show and like don't just go, but share it and tell people. You know, it goes a really, really long ways. So
And it goes back to the theme we constantly hear, which is
you said it before I did, buddy.
collaboration over competition.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about the music scene in Michigan. It's just that it just constantly pops up. We just keep hearing stories about that stuff, which is super
And on the
important.
way up here, we were chatting about like goals for the podcast and things we want to improve or whatever, and like just spitballing. And Jeff made a great point about how do we get more people to more shows? Like, how can we, me and him, do that with this thing, right? So we were talking about that. Like, that we need to make sure that's a focus, because we kind of do it as a byproduct of what we do a little. But if we put some intention behind it, and they were like, oh, we could do this, but we want to see more people at these shows. We go to a lot of shows together, single, whatever, with other people. And sometimes you see it kind of mostly empty room, and we think like, why the hell is this place not packed?
Yeah.
These guys kick ass.
Right.
Like, this is awesome. Like 3 or 4 bands that are all awesome. Maybe there's one we hadn't heard before.
Yeah.
But it's like bonkers. How is this not packed? How can we change that?
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of touring or shows, you guys got anything coming up anytime soon besides tonight, the FAMgrove?
we have
One
show.
at Midtown.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're opening for Rat Boys. They're coming to town.
Yes, I did. And I was going to mention that to you, and I forgot.
Oh, that's all right. I'm
I
glad
want-
they did. See, they
Perfect. Because any chance I get to go back to Midtown, like I don't get there enough. I feel like I really like that place. That's a cool spot.
It's a nice spot.
Yeah, we love Rat Boys. Like, I've been looking forward to the show for
I've not
so
seen
long.
it.
Derek, you're gonna love them.
They're great. They're great.
Love them.
Yeah.
Have you guys played at Midtown?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few
Was
times.
Dury.
Dury.
Yeah, was one.
Which must have been 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It
we-
could have been 6 months ago.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's tough to keep up with time. How many? What kind of talking about venues? Are there certain venues that are really close to you guys, and that you guys love to go play?
Pyramid Scheme.
Well,
Yeah.
of
Oh,
course.
everybody says
Pyramid
that,
Scheme.
and
I
we
mean, it's-
agree.
Yeah.
It's such a good venue
Yeah.
for artists and fans. Like,
Yeah, it
That
is
was
a cool place.
Like the first stage that I hit when I was like 14 with all of you, it was like, holy shit,
Whoa.
this is real.
Yeah.
This is real, because like before then it was like coffee shops and stuff, which is really fun and really awesome. But there's like a definitely shock value to a stage, like when you're elevated. And
Yeah.
I don't know, you see some of your friends perform there, you see some of your favorite bands perform there. That venue is super eclectic in that way, where they can cover the whole spectrum.
Yeah.
yeah.
I could talk about the Pyramid Scheme for an hour. So
Yeah, we
I'll
could
stop there.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say that until 2015, if you're on the stage looking at the audience at the Pyramid Scheme, stage right, there's a wall there. My office desk was on the other side of that wall for
Oh, yeah.
5 years. Oh. I worked right next door, and it's so every Thursday at like 4, I'd hear the bass drum, someone warming up. Boom, and all my coworkers would be like, it's time to go home. This sucks. We don't like listening to it. And I'm like, this is badass. This is so cool, guys. And I'd go next door and just see who was playing.
Oh, nice.
Loved it. Anyway,
sweet.
Pyramid
Man.
Scheme.
Pyramid
Jeff
Scheme, love it.
Vandenberg, I think he still owns it. I think they bought it out from Mark Sellers and the partnership there. So good job, Jeff. Keep it going.
We love it.
We want to interview someone from the Pyramid Scheme. At some
Yeah,
point,
definitely.
for sure.
Oh yes.
That'd be cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Plus, it's close to home for us. So
Yeah.
like, it's always
Definitely.
always love a Pyramid Scheme show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, what are some of you guys' influences? I mean, we talked a little bit about that sound you guys are making, but what are some of the influences? Sometimes it's all over the board with bands. So,
I feel like it is for us. I feel like we should go in a circle for this one.
You could just say it's Joel.
That is my I mean that's definitely
now I'm
definitely
planting
up
ideas
there.
That's one that we can share.
Yeah, we both
agree on that,
definitely,
but-
and we both can agree on Jeff Buckley.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeff
yeah.
Buckley.
Cool.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cool.
I really like Depeche Mode.
David Bowie is probably my favorite songwriter of all time. I know it's not 90s really, but
It's all over.
He's all over.
It's
all over. Modest Mouse.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Modest Mouse. If we're doing 90s. Yeah, for like bass playing specifically, Colin Greenwood from Radiohead is like
Yeah.
probably my favorite bass player. I really like his stuff. So I've always tried to model a little bit after him, but not copy, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I like the way that he plays melodic, but not too much so.
So I just heard Johnny Greenwood's a comment he made that saying no plans for Radiohead to get back together or do anything.
Oh, did yeah.
And that was a social media clip, and I'm like, what? Because I'm pretty sure Colin just said a month ago I saw something that said, oh, we're getting ready to go back. And I'm
Oh, really?
like, I hope they do.
Yeah, me too. You never know with Tom York.
Right.
Right.
Probably Smashing Pumpkins as far as like drums
Yeah.
go.
Jimmy
I think,
Chamberlain,
yeah,
baby.
Jimmy Chamberlain all the way. That's definitely probably the biggest one.
That was the best answer, guys.
Yeah.
Y'all.
I think Siamese Dreams is like
Yeah.
one of the like a 10 out of 10 album.
Yeah.
100% agree.
For sure.
It's the 90s, like the 90s sound. They like
yeah,
the 90s sound
yeah.
themselves. It's not just Joel. Good old Joel. I mean, he had a little piece.
Yeah.
A lot of peace. I think,
Bothered
these
some
two
of you guys,
yeah.
but good job, Joel. We got to give him more high shout outs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what's anything else coming up for Low Phase? I know you guys talked a little bit about music's just going to be kicking out
January
as you guys
1st.
come up, and anything for 2025 for you guys?
Hopefully more tours.
More tours for
Yeah.
sure. We
Mhm.
got
Yep.
started on the next tour like a week ago. Started planning that out.
Okay.
Yep.
So not that there's anything that we can share that's ready.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure. Oh,
everything
yeah,
right
right.
now is on a piece of like legal pad.
Yeah. Ideas, thoughts, wants.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
But definitely touring, more music. I don't know. We're just giddy. Like at this point, we're just like making friends with some of our favorite bands, which is the coolest feeling in the world.
Yeah.
Like last night, we played with Illuminati Hotties and Daffo, which are like
So good.
they're so good.
I don't know though. I don't reckon.
And we like traded shirts with them, and we talked to them. It's
Yeah.
nice.
That's
Great
cool.
groups.
Yeah,
Great groups.
they were like, "It was great playing with you," and we were like, "It was great playing with you." Like, you get butterflies because you're like, I listen to this music like when I turn my car on. You know, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as far as plans, I don't know.
Just a lot
Play
of
shows.
writing, making music,
Yeah.
and getting out as much as you can. That's what
Yeah.
it sounds like
Yeah.
in 2025.
Yep.
Not getting too stressed about stuff.
No,
I
that's a
would-
big
yeah.
one.
Like,
That's
right?
important.
It's just like
Not doing that.
I feel like I could read that out of how you were saying things. You know, it's just like kind of just doing it this way and what we like, and it's like that sounds like you're trying not to be stressful and you're just doing what works and having fun.
If you had,
how is that not the best way to do it?
if you had interviewed us like 2 weeks ago, that's not the way it would be. Like within the past week and a half, I've been trying to be better at like,
Good.
hey,
Well, I think it's coming through.
well,
As someone who just met you and I'm getting to talk to you, I feel like it's like that's what I feel. I felt like maybe that's how you've been for your whole life. I know I'm not that way.
you would have hated me 2 weeks
No,
ago.
I probably would have been best friends with you.
The
man.
change is working. The change.
My change is like not getting so upset when I'm driving and getting pissed off.
That's
at
part
other
of it.
people. Like that's not like I could slowly be working on that, and that's a start, and it's been
Yeah.
great.
Stop driving.
That could be. Why'd you let me drive all the way up here? I feel sorry for you, buddy.
I didn't know that was the way you felt. Otherwise, I would have driven. Well, thanks guys for stopping by for a little bit.
Of
course.
Excited for you
Yeah,
guys
no
to play
problem.
tonight, and glad you could make it out to FAMgrove.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thanks for having
Check
us.
out Low
Thank you, guys.
Phase.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a website?
Yes.
We do. We do.
Lowphase.net?
Lowphase.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been several websites I looked at for people we've chatted with lately, and half of them were .nets, and I
You
was
got the
just kind of
.net?
surprised.
I think it's .NET seems a little bit cooler to me. So
Yeah, we
maybe
got-
we
You
will
think it's
change
cooler?
that. I do think it's
Like-
cooler.
Better grab that one up too, so you got
Yeah.
Might as well. Might as
I feel
well.
like the .nets are like the
I think tides are turning. I think
that's cool.
maybe we could go for a .edu.
.gov.
You're gonna educate the
I think you
world.
got
Low
some forms
Phase.
to fill out.
Taking
to get
over.
that stuff done. What if it was just .gov.com? Like DOTGOV.com.
That would be the
That's
most visited website.
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna buy that domain today.
There we go. Yeah.
.gov.com. Anyways, you guys are awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you
so much.
so
Yeah.
much.
You too.
Appreciate you.
Caleb, take it easy.
You too. Yeah.
Fair enough. You guys are awesome. That was fun.
Thank
you
guys.
so
Yes.
much.
Thank you.
If you like this episode, check out all of our episodes on your favorite streaming platform, or even our website, themittenmusic.com. Or if you want short clips of our episodes, check out our socials. We got Facebook, we have Instagram, we got TikTok, and YouTube. We're all over the social media game. Make sure to check out some live Michigan music or listening on your favorite streaming platform.